of something because I was trying to do something else and it just went live, so I'm rotated. I guess that's the vibe today. Hello guys, it's High Priestess Jamila. Hello. So I wanted to come and give you guys I want to come talk to y'all for a second, okay? Whoa, it's so sparkly. My phone has been blowing up the past 6 years, actually. My website has been blowing up for the past 6 years. And pretty much what it's having to do with is troublemaking witches, okay? And sometimes it's not just witches, but a lot of the times you can find witchcraft in the background of it. And yeah, they do cost you a lot of time, aggravation, and money. They do. Especially if you go to the wrong one. And what I mean by that is when they don't respect their clients' decisions, when you want specific work and they don't know how to comprehend what spirit is actually saying. In particular, for those of you that are working on getting a lover back, or you're working on your relationship. And whenever somebody is doing that, whenever there's any breakup work or destruction work, crazy, clownish, boo-boo the fool, like crazy stuff that's not even a part of reality seems to pop up, which makes things harder because a lot of people are not really listening to spirit or even understanding it. And then some people are just trying to, make a quick buck, or, they want to be in a leadership position. They want to pretend to be something that they're not. So you got to be careful with that. You have to be very, very careful. So, but we're not talking about witches necessarily. So I wanted to come and talk to you guys about destructive magic and chaos magic, okay? And the fact that it will cost you a pretty penny to remove it, but it can be done. Do not give up. Do not give up on your life when you see some weird stuff. Like, it's goofy. It's goofy. That's why I put up that picture of that witch. That goofy looking witch with one eyeball popping out farther than the other one. It's so weird. It's very, very weird and strange. And, I've seen just about it all. So I wanted to come because I don't really have this kind of working necessarily on the website yet, but I wanted to talk to y'all about pricing. Like, how much does that actually cost? Okay. So here's the way that it works. If you need to get a curse reversed, that's $600. I am running specials. If it's a basic curse reversal, it's $600 with 15% off. Some of y'all have an attachment. You have to cut the cord and banish attachments. Attachments usually come with other attachments and other neighboring spirits and ancestors, okay? So with a regular banishing, which I do 2 or 3 different things, it's $500. After that, you have to do a black candle vigil for, I would recommend 3 to 6 to 9 to 12 months, which is $150 per month. So right there, to do a reversal of somebody that went to a witch, okay, and to banish all of those spirits and to contain them and banish them is $500. Then you have the black candle vigils. Then some of y'all need cleanses. Depending on what the situation was, some of y'all need cleanses, okay? Some of y'all may need cleanses off of your kids, your dog, your cats, your birds. Okay, so you got to do house cleansings now because they done conjured all these spirits and they done sent them to you. Okay, now that price of 500, let me tell y'all something. If I see anywhere in your cards, and this is a mistake that I've been making, that when Hecate came back, she said, you've been messing up. I'm here to tell you, or either you about to mess up. Hecate is phenomenal. If I see a coven at all in your cards, at all, if it's an entire coven, which means I'm talking about a coven of 3 or more, then the curse reversal plus a banishing is going to be 3 times the amount of a regular one. Okay. 3 times that amount. You know why? Because you're going to be dealing with so many different people. It's handled different. The budget is a lot higher on that because other materials have to be purchased. Not going to say what I do to deal with a coven, but covens can be dealt with. A lot of people, when they're dealing with a coven, they'll just commit suicide. I've seen it happen. They'll either commit suicide or they'll just give up. They'll say, well, I guess it just wasn't meant for me to prosper in life. I've seen people do that. So, it's 3 times that amount. And just the curse reversal is 3 times that amount. To banish them is the same amount. 500. And then after that, you may have to get the black candle vigil, because a lot of times when you get anybody with spiritual knowledge, okay, that has went rogue, that has went crazy, a lot of the times, even when you break down that coven, because covens can be broken up, spirit breaks them up all the time, especially when they ain't doing the right damn thing. Okay. A crazy person will go out and they'll try to find other people. Okay, because a lot of times a high priestess can be binded, especially if they're just trying to do harm to people. Okay, and so then they won't have any power to use. So then they'll go and they'll try to use other people's power to exact some kind of weirdness. Okay, yes, people, in this lifetime, we are dealing with karmic witches, which is sad. It's sad, but it's what we're dealing with. So they cost you a lot of money, but it's worth it. It's worth it in the end, okay? Because I've been attacked by 4 different covens. Oh, another thing, the reason why, if you have like a narcissistic family, if you have a generational curse on you, the reason why it's the same amount is because a lot of times there's family covens. So if you're the black sheep of your family, guess what? Even though your family may not be practicing witchcraft, they are considered to be a coven because they're all working against you. Okay. So, they cost you a lot of money, but how much is your life worth to you? Hey, Z. Well, I'm glad you loving it, hon. How much is your life worth to you? Is it worth $2? Is it worth $50? You got to think more of yourself. You got to understand that, and I do teach classes, but most of the people, when they finally come to me, they are very, very overwhelmed with it all. Okay. But what I was going to tell y'all is that for my whole life, I was born with 2 covens after me. I was born with 2 covens after me. Okay. The day I was born, there was 2 different witch covens that wanted me dead. And I'm 45 years old. Okay. For some reason. And I'm not going to talk about why, because it's too personal. It has something to do with my parents that I'm not going to get into. I'm not going to get into that. Okay. I've had a total of 4 to 5 covens. One of the covens is already, they done. But I've had up to 5 to 6 covens after me. And I ain't lost my house and never will. For some reason, that's what they like to do. Even though we all know that, like, when things happen, people will say, well, this happened and they gonna get their karma. But you already done lost everything that you have. And some of y'all are too prideful. You better drop that. Pride is foolish. Okay. And it just is what it is. But yeah, it does cost you a lot of time. It costs you a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. Okay. Another thing is that a lot of us, when we first go out into the world, we do not realize what is actually out there. And we are lied to so much. We are told, well, if you just praise Jesus, everything will be okay. That's what we're told. But even Jesus, girl, God helps them. God helps those that helps themselves. You don't realize what's out there. Otherwise, you would have something protecting your interests. Okay? You would have something protecting your interests. So a lot of people out there, they feel like they don't have the money, which you need to borrow the money then, is what I tell people. But I do offer payment arrangements. Okay. The thing of it is that the money is the sacrifice. That, in fact, these people that's out here trying to do these blood sacrifices, they looking real stupid. They looking real stupid because that's not doing anything. It's changed. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Chiron. If you're going to be able to go up into the galaxy, travel millions of light years to the planet Chiron and blow that planet up, then hey, you may have a chance. But Chiron showed up in our galaxy in the year 1977, and it's changed ever since then. Okay. And I think that planet has been getting closer and closer to us. So it's not going to change it. These people that are doing these blood sacrifices, you know what I'm saying? It's not making a difference for them. They'll do blood sacrifices so that their family members will live. The family member still dies. Family member still dies. They trying to soul snatch. Spirit brings the soul right back, whether or not it brings it back immediately or after a certain amount of time. Okay. So it doesn't matter. It's either be straight, evolve, or die, one or the other. You just, and it's like, why get mad at me? Like, go talk to Chiron. Do y'all know about that planet? Do we really know who Chiron is? And then another one I believe is Ophiuchus has something. These are things that you can't control. So I don't even know why they keep fighting it. Stop trying to control that. You like bad people, they're just going around and around in a damn circle because they can't stop it. Nobody has control over it. It just is what it is. Okay. But in the meantime, the reason why it costs money is because, it takes a lot of hard work. And I will admit that at the moment, I'm doing this as I don't want to bring that up, but like, as far as with me being in a relationship, like that person would have to be vetted in this to have an understanding of what these spirits are doing. So this is the reason why I've been, spinning, because, a mate would have to be educated on that, and he would have to be in the spirit. He would have to be in spirit. Okay. And a lot of y'all right now need help. A lot of y'all right now need help. The help is here. I think I've been stabbed with at least 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 knives over and over and over again. Chiron is my father, basically. So I have a whole planet, like many of us healers on this planet, we have a whole planet protecting us, because that's why that planet showed up in 1970. It's very, very cosmic. I like people that fight against it, and then they'll throw temper tantrums, and they'll keep conjuring these spirits, and these spirits will go through them again to go back down to hell, and it's just destroying them. What they need to do is just drop out of the game, or cleanse yourself and come back on some new shit, straight up and down. Because covens that, like, okay, let's say you in a coven and you got some evil motherfucker messing with you. And they done came after you, right? I'm sorry for all the cussing, y'all. It's just been some crazy shit going on. And you get together as a coven in righteousness, then you're fine. But if you a coven that's just like, yeah, we're going to go out here and we're going to do this and do that, and we about to do this and do that, and we selfish and greedy and da-da-da-da-da, and we want, those covens are being taken down. You're done. This is coming straight from spirit. You have no hope, none whatsoever. The only hope that you got is repentance. And they watching you heavily, like literally, like most of us that did the right thing, we're not over here talking about no evil eye. I'm talking about practitioners. We ain't giving a damn about no evil eye. The evil eye is on them. Big time, I'm telling you. Okay, so they done. They done. She said, hold on. I'm in the Delaware area, and a witch told me I can pay 2 high priestesses $3,000 for a 6-year. What? And it's only gonna last for 6 years? She said if I give her some of my daughter's hair, they can. Oh my God. Sorry, baby. Don't give no. You don't need no damn hair to remove no generational curse. That don't even sound right. Nah. You don't need that. You don't need that for that. Okay. So here's my whole thing about it. She may be able to do it, that, different practitioners charge different prices. We do charge different prices, okay? But why would she need your daughter's hair? Why wouldn't she need your hair? Why would she need your hair at all, sis? That don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. The only time that I would need somebody's hair is possibly for protection. I will ask for somebody's hair to protect their head, but it's not just about the hair, y'all. A lot of this stuff is happening in the astral. A lot of it is. And like I said, I think that a lot of people are going to be distracted. Please don't be distracted during this solar eclipse. I know that I'm not. because like I'm not usually in awe of that, but I know I'm gonna be protecting my people's astral gates because that's how they getting in. And they know they can't hold on to them souls. They can't do it. It ain't like that no more. It ain't. Now, I will tell you where you do have to be concerned, very concerned, is if a parent or a grandparent is trying to sacrifice you. Now, that's where you will be your most vulnerable, because Moloch is going to take, and if you're a little kid, right, and you ain't got no say so, you know, as far as with, because I was speaking the spirit about Moloch. And basically Moloch was, you know, I wasn't speaking directly to Moloch, okay? Because Moloch is the demon of child sacrifice, okay? Of course, there was a liaison that was relaying messages. And, you know, he told me, he said, well, I took a liking to you, is what he told me. And he said, I understand that it's wrong when that happens, but these parents are willingly giving me the souls of their children, is what he told me. And this is usually if you're a little child. When you're 18, 19, even it don't even matter the age, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about your will. When I was 8 years old, I was like, I will never be. That's why you still here. So like, for example, they've went crazy. They're still trying to offer sacrifices to Moloch, and you're 40 or 50 freaking years old. They're stupid and dumb. But what ends up happening is that spirit will, you know, they know they can't do that. So what they do is they take to harassment. That's really, I'm gonna keep it and the harassment can be pretty bad. That the only thing that they can do is hex or jinx you. And they are temporarily like snatching people's consciousness, but it's only temporarily. Like very, very, depending on who your ancestors are and who you're going to. Because they are still doing that temporarily. Nobody will ever understand why. From what I've gathered is that it does have something to do with your Akashic records and your personal power. So for example, if you have like stuff in your chart, like your alignment, your planetary alignment, and your Akashic records and all of that stuff, they want to steal your consciousness because they don't know how to build on their own. That's the problem. So that's why a lot of that is going on, which is i.e. energy harvesting. Okay. And so it's but other than that, you know, if you have a parent that is against you, that would make you very, very vulnerable. But there's still spells for that, guilt-free spells, because nobody wants to hurt their parents. You know, unless your mama hit you over the head with a damn shovel and told you to die, then you're going to have to cancel that bitch. that bitch going to have to be canceled, okay? But some people are forgiving, like a lot of your parents are under possession. They possessed. Some of them love that possession, though, because it frees them from their responsibility, because parenting was so hard for them. Everybody is not a natural. Everybody doesn't have these natural parental instincts, like, you know what I'm saying? I notice everything I watched, your live videos, it keeps on buffering. Oh no. Yeah. I tried to make one of those potion necklaces you had. Oh. And she snatched it off my, what? And said if it's not well, I wasn't trying to make it look like blood. It just so happened to be that color. Why would somebody need to wear blood around their neck? I mean, I guess you can consecrate anything That wasn't blood. It wasn't meant to be blood. It was a potion. And that potion does not have my blood in it. My blood is in my body, so why would I need to wear a potion necklace with my blood on it? You see what I'm saying? You see how none of that is, but she may be different from me. Okay, a lot of us spiritualists, we are different. Okay, now, now that is made up of herbs that are connected to my bloodline. Okay, protective herbs because of Mother Earth Gaia, which is a very, very protective spirit. Okay, this earth belongs to Gaia. Okay, which is every planet has a god. Okay, every planet has a god. So all of the plants and the herbs and the seeds, you have a certain connection. Okay, which is why if you get like one other thing that I'm doing is, especially if you have a generational curse on you, if you have a generational curse on you, you get a specific list of herbs. Okay, you don't necessarily have to get them all at once, but it is important for you to make sure that you keep those in your cupboard first, and we divinate for that now. Can you get it's outside. Some trouble doing that. So anyway, y'all. Yeah, those herbs, that was not blood, that was herbs that was in that potion bottle. What are you doing? Somebody's elated right now. Yeah, that it is, it's costly. A lot of the times, if you have, one other thing is that if you have a generational curse on you, more than likely you may have a couple of different covens that may be coming for you. And the reason why is because your family members will go to witches to get work done on you. That's why. That's why they specifically look for covens, because people are stupid. They think that covens are automatically stronger, and they're not. Okay, they're not. So I'm not even going to say who's in my coven. I don't have a coven per se. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even going to say. I don't operate like that. You know, I just don't. You know what I'm saying? So all of my rituals are done by my hands, and I can handle up to 100 enemies at once. Okay. Really, and more than that. Okay. I can handle a lot of different people at one time. Okay. So, if you got a coven of 10 or 12 or 20, it is what it is. And I can tell how many it is. Okay. And I can tell how many of them it is. And, that's why I don't want to hang with a coven, because if they doing stupid stuff, I don't want to I ain't trying to be involved with no coven, because I don't want nobody else's stupid decisions affecting me negatively. Screw that. Screw that. You got to have, like if I ever erect a coven of witches, them are going to be the baddest witches ever, because they're going to be smart. They're not going to be dumb. You'll be amazed at how the prices were around my area. I got to say, you're the cheapest, LOL. No, you good. You good. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't blame them for charging that amount, but I also think that, again, how much you spend, does count. It does matter, but that doesn't always mean that you're going to get results. That doesn't mean you're going to actually get results. Okay. So, and right now, we're dealing with a sluggish economy, and we've been dealing with this sluggish economy for the past 3 years. Otherwise, I would be charging more, but I'm not going to do that because it's not necessarily about the money. But, I still have to be able to, to sustain myself. I can't, bless you, I can't do spiritual work from, a barn or in the middle of the woods because I have to be able to bathe properly. And, it is what it is. Even though one day soon I'm gonna be in nature at by the lake. You know what I'm saying? But I think that in order for you to live near a lake, just to let you guys know this, you gotta have your shit under control. Otherwise, you ain't gonna have no good time at the lake because them water spirits, and if you live right by a lake and you got a coven after you, and you ain't knowing what to do, man, them covens will send that energy to you and they'll find you. And it'll get carried to you right on that water, right in that water. That water will help carry their work. So you have to really have them fucking covens under check and make sure you checkmate they ass before you go by any body of water. Okay. I just want, is 3 covens or that bad? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like a lot of y'all got probably 5 to 6 covens after you, and you still standing. You may be having a hard time in life, but you still standing. Hold on. Okay, give me a second. Somebody's texting me. So, also another thing, again, if you guys are going to get your work done during this eclipse, do it now. Y'all hoarding money. Those of you that have consulted with me, do it now so I can be prepared. Okay, if you're gonna do it, do it. And you need to, because like I don't know, like y'all not understanding, even though the church, they are some scary boogers. The church is scary, but they are giving y'all the right information as far as warning you guys about, they're just saying it the wrong way. You do need to be concerned about Halloween. The same way that we were concerned about the Lionsgate portal. I had 3 covens attacking me during Lionsgate portal. And it was really bad. It was really bad. Like I just all of a sudden felt this searing pain through my body. I had to get in the tub. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I'm ready for Halloween though. Oh yeah, honey. What a difference 2 months makes. I'm ready for Halloween. So and then also I don't want to be working through Halloween. Like I want y'all stuff already prepared. Okay. So make sure that y'all get it in. Okay, seriously, those of you that want work done, do it now. Like quit, and I know a lot of y'all get paid either today or tomorrow. Quit playing. Okay, and a lot of y'all got money, but y'all like, I don't really think it's real. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna think it's real when you wake up one day and there's a banking error that's not in your favor. You gonna okay, because they can make crazy stuff happen. Okay. Yeah, people need to quit playing around. Like the one thing about it is that I take life very seriously, but then again, I don't. Right? So you have to take it seriously, but then again, be lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard. And see, that's that balance. Okay, know when it's time to take something serious, because I've actually heard these covens bragging about being able to kill people. I've heard them bragging about being able to murder people, and I've seen them. Like I said, I lost my auntie. It was about a man. It was a man she was seeing. And the other woman in his life had a coven doing work on my auntie, and they did some work on her, and she died of a brainstem stroke. That's that, and I've been, I hadn't said anything for years because when your family is more like, it's a time and a place for everything, you know what I'm saying? But that's why that happened to my auntie, because they was doing some work on her. Yeah. So anyway, it sucks. It's bad. The good news about it is, I'm gonna tell you, the good news is that all those covens are gonna be binded. Do the wrong thing, and Jamila ain't necessarily binding you. Spirit gonna bind you, because the way they see it is that, and the government is in on it. That's why. That's why, okay, our government is not perfect. There's, you know what I'm saying? They're not. But at the end of the day, people that are in those covens, the government is factually watching them. And the government feels that they're messing up the economy and stuff. They feel like they're bringing so much destructive energy. Okay. Yeah. So, and that I don't know what's going to happen to them. I don't care. What I think that they need to do is cleanse their soul and, I don't know, start life over or something. You know what I'm saying? But you lost the moment you began running around with a coven bullying people, because I've seen so many women, so many children hurt, so many of you women and men too. That's why, if I don't hear from somebody, I'm like, shit, you better let me, because the shit is wicked out here. Don't play with me. Men get hurt too. They get harmed too. We assume that men are not vulnerable, but they are, because men are the, so, and that includes the men that you care about and you love. But I've seen them single-handedly, like, they so evil, like they'll just attack a woman with children. Like, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. They are. And they know what I'm talking about. These stories where you've heard about women putting their babies and newborn babies in the microwave and in the oven. Now, y'all know that's some spiritual shit. Y'all know that don't, does that sound like anything a normal person? And then they want to say postpartum psychosis, but that's not what it is. Those were targets, like at least half of them were targets, to where, and it was one story where the woman left her kids at home, like 3 and 4 years old, to go out and get something. And they left those kids home with the baby. And those little kids put the baby in the dang old oven. That was another case of somebody having work done on them. Because who in their right mind? And so, it's a lot of that going on. Okay? It's a lot of that going on. And they're not fighting for your freedom and your healing. They're fighting to kill you. These are murderers. These are murderers. These are people that they look at the news and they hear something bad happen to somebody, and the worse it is, they laugh at it. They think it's funny. They get a kick out of this shit. Okay? And, angels are real. Your guardian angels are real. And they judgment is coming. Judgment day is coming for them. And they want to project that to the whole world. No, your judgment day is coming. Your judgment day is coming. Okay? Because you shouldn't have been doing that. So I'm here to help you. I just want to let y'all know I ain't fucking scared of them. I ain't scared of them at all. They be trying to scare you like I call your bluff, because that's all they're doing is bluffing and words, but their words ain't getting them nowhere. Okay. All right, y'all. So y'all get at me. You know, that's about how much it would cost. A lot of times when you got a coven working against you, like I said, if you got like up to 3 people that, you know, maybe they did some basic magic on you, it'd be, you know, $600 to reverse it, $500 to banish them if they're attached to you, sucking off of you like a freaking vampire. So that's about $1,100 right there. And I'll let you put $500 down. That's how much my deposits are, is $500. So if you got $500, I can get started on it. But if you don't pay it, which I ain't never had no, okay, let me just stop saying never. I've had issues one time with somebody not paying me once. Okay, and I did the full working for them. Just one time out of several years. Now, if you have a coven of 10 or, you know, 3 or more, and, you know, you barely, like, typically if you have a coven of 10 or more on you, they will literally have you sitting there staring at a wall. And there may be a few moments where you'll get some clarity to where you'll say, what is wrong with me? Typically, if you have a coven after you, like a big coven like that, you'll literally lose hours and hours and you don't know what the hell happened. So when you come to, you got to say, okay, I need help. Okay. That is $1,500. Plus on top of it to banish them. Now, of course, if they are attached, because some of them are feeding on you, not necessarily like vampires, but parasites. Vampires are not parasites. Vampires feed off of human blood. A parasite is a germ or like a virus or something that it's like they release these, you know, and you got to be careful when you're around one of them, because you can tell, because you get very sick. Even if you talk to them, like strange things will happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you got that kind of situation to where you can barely get out of bed, like you talking to me, like you're literally doing your consultation from your bed. Like you're like, I wasn't able to get up to, that's a sign. Okay. That, and ain't nothing like a lot of people, like I've heard them say, well, you know, I ain't about to do work like that because some of that will get attached to me. Well, what the fuck are you offering work and services to people for? What's the point? Obviously, if you are a real witch or a high priestess that is vetted, you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to, I mean, you may feel kind of crappy sometimes. You know, I will admit that, hell, sometimes I feel crappy as hell after I come across some of these spirits, but I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like on some, ooh, I got to get away from this. I'm ready. I am ready to destroy all of this destruction that they done did on my earth. I'm ready. I'm tired of it. And then they'll say, well, you gonna get sacrificed like Jesus for what? Jesus already died. That's why I be talking about, man, I swear to God, never take spiritual education from a dummy. These people are dumb. Right? They dumb. So, you know, it is what it is, y'all. Okay. If you're dealing with a full coven, the deposit on that is like $800. And I'm gonna see it in the cards. I'm gonna see it. I'm going to see it. So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very honest that I ain't gonna tell you, I don't lie to people just to get more money out of them. So I'm here to help y'all if y'all need me. But make sure, because today's the 20th and the eclipse is on the 25th. And see, I already see like a few of y'all like 3 days or the eve of the 25th. Y'all gonna be doing the gold rush calling me. And I'm gonna be like, listen. I told you, I warned you, and I don't even be knowing y'all. This, so a lot of people be like, well, Jamila, did you do this to me? No, I don't even know you. This is the first time I've ever spoken to you. So what good would that do me to do that? But, just don't contact me at the last minute, because they gonna try to rip into you on this solar eclipse. Every time something going down, they up to no good. Every time they just don't no good, and they don't know no good. They ain't no goodness in them. There's no goodness in them, and they're proud of this behavior. They'll say, "Well, I'm a bad motherfucker." Shut your mouth. No, you not. You just ignorant, and you bitter. Okay, you ignorant and you bitter. You're not a bad mother. Shut your mouth. You're just ignorant and you're bitter. And I'm not talking about Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown was fighting for justice, okay? I'm just saying, they, the stuff I done seen them do. Okay? So, make sure you get it in now. I have a shipment coming in. All the candles that I need. So I'm ready and I'm prepared for y'all. Then I got that ghost pipe tincture on the way. I'm very excited about that. Very excited, because I'm going to add it to a couple of my potions and my oils. And then I'm doing money work for people. I'm getting people coming in asking for money work, but that hollyhock is on his way to my house. So, I want to do my part in fixing, the economy. I'm going to plant some hollyhocks too. Doing things like that not only helps your household, but it helps the earth. But just to give y'all a little tidbit, whenever the economy starts getting bad, it's typically because they're trying to starve out the evil people. They're trying to starve out those evil people that are evildoers. That's what they're doing. Whenever you see that happens, it's like they shut down on them because they don't want them to. They want them to have as little resources and to be as scared as possible. Okay, that's why they do that. So, All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Y'all have a good day. Blessings to y'all. And if y'all need me, just visit the website, or if you've already consulted with me, my nose is itching. If you've already consulted with me, just text me. Okay. All right, y'all. Blessings.